I'm very excited to see how they do on the LM pool, considering both of them are like very, very good LM players. Rakumi, I would say, still has the advantage when it comes to the LM pool, but we'll see how they do overall.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Siupa, but I'd say Rakumi's my friend.
Siupa is a pretty decent all-rounder, I'd call him. I think he can play pretty much any part in the game. And so he's pretty much versatile. He can just play into the enemy's weaknesses or his own comfort zone. So we'll see how they do and what tactics they pick. And we're also seeing our protects and brawls. So looks like Rakumi protected LN1, so we most likely will be seeing Peach Pit and Cyanide. Then Siupa protected Rise 2, which is a stamina map, and then banned EX1 afterwards. Very interesting. Banning the Expert Rise, and Rakumi banning Rise 3, which is the Jackie pick.
Yeah. Rise Protect, LM Protect, or Rise Protect. Two Rise fans actually. I mean, Rise boss ban, so. And Rakumi picks the other boss pick. What is that?
That is
LM
EX2.
yeah.
It is the difficult LM pick.
EX, or as I like to call it, exceeding pick. Rock row.
That is something that should not be seen, unfortunately. Mistakes happen, some technical difficulties here and there, but Rakumi picking EX2 as the first pick, definitely a very interesting pick, I'd say. EX being very difficult when it comes to technicality and raw skills, so I would fully expect the players to want to warm up beforehand. I mean, they're pretty much warmed up now, but just a bit later on when the nerves are a bit lower as well, so it's a very interesting thing to see, but we'll see how the players do on that pick.
Or the LN.
Yeah, Rakumi's LNs is just something that should not be messed with. That guy is absolutely crazy when it comes to LN accuracy. Siupa already dropping a few 300s, but still being able to maintain an accuracy of above 99%. Just struggling ever so slightly. Rakumi just playing like it's nothing, just light work for that guy.
Yeah, holy, Rakumi is just chilling on these notes. Siupa on the other end struggling a lot more on this pick.
Yeah, it seems Siupa is releasing just a tiny bit early. Maybe there is some kind of... Maybe he has some cut lens that he's just not used to. It is definitely an option with the early releases, but you just never know what's going on the player's side. So Siupa still struggling to hold 99%, just a tiny bit under. Just releasing and hitting a bit early on, it's just not looking very good for him. Rakumi is still holding a very strong 99.65, just dropped ever so slightly as I was saying that. But still, both holding the full combos. Amazing play so far, already quarter through this map, and it's worth remembering, this is an EX pick, it is very, very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Rakumi's still holding very well, 99.5, 10k point lead here. I'd honestly say Rakumi's comfortable on comfortably sitting right now. But this map's really long, almost 4 minutes, 3 minutes 44. So...
Yeah, both players still holding full combos, but as I said a few times before, Siupa struggling to hold 99%. Rakumi just being the Meister he is, just holding a very strong accuracy even on the boss pick, so it's looking like a very good pick. I was doubting it at first, but now I see that it is definitely one of the most effective picks Rakumi could have chosen as the first pick.
Yeah, no, this is a really nice score from Rakumi here on it. I'm guessing they're just trying to take like a easier point off their opponent since, you know, it's harder map. I don't know how good Siupa is at like mid-game. If they're just the mid-game accuracy on Alan isn't as good as Rakumi's, so... Or I don't know how mid-game round 16 is, so...
Yeah, it is just very unfortunate seeing Siupa just struggle on the releases. 17,000 points in favor of Rakumi. It is actually an amazing play. 99.5 almost, and still holding a full combo. Just a very high accuracy play, and of course the full combo just giving him a lot of points.
Yeah, actually, both players haven't broke string V2 as like Funky Allens. Neither of them have broke their combo. So yeah, definitely insane.
Yeah, Siupa still holding a full combo despite all the accuracy drops, which is very surprising to me. Usually, people drop quite often when they have this kind of accuracy, but Siupa still being able to hold on to the full combo and not making the lead balloon all as much as it could have been. 20,000 is still quite hard to come back from, so Siupa might be looking at the first loss when it comes to this match.
Yeah. I mean, losing on the EX pick here isn't, I wouldn't say it's too bad. As long as they get their point on whatever they pick, it might be fine. But Siupa just breaking at the end. Was that a miss or?
I think that was a miss. Yeah,
Yeah,
two misses 150. Just unfortunate miss at the very ending, but look at the 200 difference. Rakumi only 36, Siupa 134. That is a very dominant performance when it comes to accuracy. Siupa still being able to hold amazing combo, but accuracy is king in this case. And of course, combo as well. Actually, Rakumi holding the perfect combo, I'd say. No 100s, no 50s drop, just a few 200s is very, very good.
I mean, yeah, no, Siupa also held combo for like almost the entire map, breaking at like the last few seconds, so. Siupa going for Hybrid 1 actually. Another LN pick into Rakumi. It's interesting, I'd say.
Yeah, I think it is also very interesting to see a hybrid be picked by Siupa. I think Siupa would prefer to stay away from LNs, just based on that EX2 performance, but also could be a case of Siupa not being able to keep up with raw skill, just because EX2 is just much harder. He also banned EX1, which is like the other very difficult pick, so this might be something of a skill cap, I'd say. Just Siupa being a little bit too slow for the EX picks.
Yeah, I honestly agree. I think the skill-wise, they might just be too raw skill. I mean, this one's a short one, so we'll see.
Yeah, this one is much shorter, and of course, it's not an EX pick, so it's gonna be much easier when it comes to speed and other various technical aspects as well. And yeah, it looks like Siupa is holding better accuracy than on the EX, which is very good news for him, but very bad news. Just look at Rakumi, 99.8.
Yeah. Actual demon next to Siupa here.
Yeah, Rakumi already with a 4,000 point lead just based on the intro and like the initial, like, I don't know how to call that. It's like a elongated burst of L intensity. Already has an advantage, so it's not looking very good for Siupa on his first pick.
Yeah, honestly, it just looks like Rakumi might be taking a breakpoint here, honestly. Rakumi is dropping 200s, but not as much as Siupa, and I think is also holding better ratio.
Yeah, most likely Siupa yet again just hitting or releasing, or maybe both, ever so slightly early. Just look at the UR bar, Rakumi being a bit more centered, Siupa just leaning into the very early side of things. Just probably just not very comfortable on these kinds of LNs. I think those are very early releases. Like as I mentioned before, LN cut being a major problem when it comes to tournaments and releasing very early. And this could be the case for Siupa. Rakumi, on the other hand, still holding 99.77 full count, which is absolutely an amazing score so far. Let's see if he manages to hold the accuracy till the very end.
I mean, considering how short this map is and how consistent Rakumi was at the EX pick, I think Rakumi might just hold.
Yeah, that is true. Rakumi looking very consistent so far, being able to hold a full combo on the EX2, and of course this map being... I think it's much easier on the EX2 anyway, so it should not be that difficult to hold a full combo for him.
I think Siupa's next pick, they should be looking towards the race category here. Rakumi's definitely dominant, just absolutely dominant on the LN.
Yeah, it seems like it. Siupa, a lot of 200s dropped, unfortunately, a few 100s as well. It is both players holding full combo with a very funny combo number, actually, but Siupa, I see it.
Yeah, I also
Siupa
feel.
is releasing very early, so it's just not looking too good for him when it comes to the LN hybrid pool.
Yeah. Next up, Rakumi picks LM3. This is the. I forgot which LM this was.
There's a technical LN.
Yeah.
47, pretty standard for LN tag, I'd say. You hardly ever see OD above 7.5 when it comes to LN, so
Yeah, that'd be definitely rough. But this map's on the I'd say shorter side of things. We get 226, considering there's some definitely long maps in the pool.
yeah, that is true. Rakumi holding amazing ratio yet again. I mean, it is still very early days when it comes to this map, but his ratio is just very consistent. Siupa actually stopped releasing as early. Maybe something must have happened. Siupa's UR is much more stable now.
Yeah. Oh, Super dropping a miss as well, or really late 50, giving Rakumi pretty big lead here. Yeah.
Yeah, Rakumi is in the lead, 10,000 points currently. Siupa just, and again, struggling to find the combo and accuracy.
Yeah, no. I think this might be another another win for Rakumi here. Just 10k lead, it's looking rough.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, we're still even halfway through this map, but Rakumi just too consistent. That guy is just very consistent, and I don't think he missed a single time in this match.
Wait, yeah, he hasn't. You're right, holy.
Yeah, Rakumi just being able to show dominance on the LN and hybrid side of the pool. Yeah, I think, as you said before, Siupa has to focus on the rise part of the pool in order to win any points.
Yeah, no, switch strategies here could definitely be a good idea.
Yeah, but Siupa is already one breakpoint behind, so it's very bad news for him. He has to like get a breakpoint from Rakumi on an LN or a hybrid if he wants a chance of playing the tiebreaker. It's a very tall task for Siupa just based on Rakumi's performance on the hybrid and LNs.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, I think I mean, what Siupa might be doing is just taking out the LN picks here, so you know Rakumi doesn't have LN to play later, and then just farm the rice picks when they're just out of maps and they can only pick rice.
Yeah, but what's most surprising is that Siupa actually banned EX1 to the rice pick, so
yeah, maybe just too hard physicality wise. Wanted it out of the pool.
yeah, most likely. And Rakumi with another very dominant win. This time on an LN3, 5-200s compared to Siupa's 43. Absolutely amazing. Not even gonna mention the huge gap when it comes to the 300 count.
Yeah, no. Siupa instantly going for the rice pick here. Rice 2, that's the jump stream one. That's the jump stream rice pick.
Yeah, but it's also Siupa's protect, so it's definitely a map he's very comfortable on.
Yeah. I'd say, yeah. I'd say Siupa has a better chance on this, but we'll see.
I think Siupa has like the highest chances on this map in particular, just based on that it's his protect and he's like very confident in it.
Yeah. But yeah, this map's on the longer side, being at 321. So, you can also, stamina can play a role in this map, or definitely does play a role in this map.
Yeah, jump stream maps are definitely stamina draining, especially when they're that long. This map being 3 minutes, almost 3.5 minutes, almost 240 DPM, which is quite a lot. And both players starting off very, very strong. Siupa with a tiny actually advantage, but it's being equalized as I'm speaking.
Yeah, Holy starting out really well on the jump from here, but Rakumi seems to be having a little bit worse ratio, but just by a little bit, not by much.
Yeah, Siupa does find a lead, but finds 200. No, he's still in the lead when it comes to actually Rakumi dropping a few 200s, just one late too early, if I saw that correctly. Siupa does find the lead for the first time in this match, and it is on his protect. It is just to be expected on your own protect, I'd say.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a clean score from Siupa. But again, just a few 200s could turn this around. Looks like Rakumi's gonna be the one that's dropping 200s. I guess I like 2. Siupa's slowly pulling lead here at 2,000 points. And I'm pulling 7 accuracy.
Yeah, that is true. Both players dropping ever so slightly every now and then, but it is still in favor of Siupa. Never mind, Siupa finds the first break of this map, and Rakumi is in the lead of 2,000 points, adding another one. He is still in the lead when it comes to accuracy, but combo game, oh my! Both players finding drops, but I'd say it's still beneficial for Rakumi, still holding the 4,000 point difference. Tiny bit behind when it comes to accuracy, but the amount of breaks Siupa had is just overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm guessing Siupa doesn't have clean breaks, while Rakumi just missed.
Yeah, Siupa found some very, very nasty breaks, dropped a lot of accuracy. Rakumi also dropped accuracy, just not nearly as much as Siupa did.
Yeah. I mean, the lead. Oh, the lead slowly closing in for Siupa, but then he drops again.
Yeah, it seems Siupa is holding better accuracy and or ratio at the same time. Just finding a bit more breaks and just makes the lead go to Rakumi's side, but Rakumi breaking!
Rakumi breaking again, Siupa taking the lead with 5,000 points here. It's gonna be a close match here as we're slowly getting to the end. Siupa having a 7,000 point lead, while Rakumi misses again, giving Siupa a 10,000 point lead. I think Siupa is just gonna take this match home. Even if they choke very hard, it's still looking like a win for Siupa. And Rakumi, both of them missing.
Yeah, both players starting to struggle when it comes to stamina, most likely. Rakumi and Siupa finding breaks every now and then, but 25,000 points for Siupa, it's impossible to make a comeback right now for Rakumi, and Siupa will get their first point in this match.
Yeah, looks like the first point for Siupa.
Yeah, yet again, look at the 200 count difference. Just Siupa having 4 times less than the Rakumi does. Look at the miscount too. Siupa finding a bit more misses, but this time accuracy was on the winner's side.
Yeah, no, finally a point for Siupa. Even though they choked pretty badly, they still brought it back in the end.
That is correct, but this leaves me thinking that Siupa just does not have enough time to make a comeback and play the tiebreaker just because he already gave Rakumi a breakpoint on his first pick.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see another LM pick. Yeah, okay, LM1. This is Rakumi's Protect, that is the funny coordination one.
Yeah, Peach Pit and Cyanide by Millie, just 3 minutes long. It is not an easy map. It is a very difficult map when it comes to like coordination releases. Just something Siupa actually struggled on, just showing the very early releases in the maps we saw before.
Yeah, again, another 3-minute map, which is long, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think Rakumi definitely has the upper hand when it comes to this pick. Not only is his Protect, but also just based on the performance on hybrids and LNs before.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, considering Rakumi's consistency on LN, I don't know if Siupa can take this point from Rakumi here.
I mean, anything can happen still, but it's very unlikely Siupa has a chance at winning Rakumi's Protect, especially on the very dominant skill set for Rakumi.
Yeah.
You're already seeing the Siupa is struggling to hold accuracy as well as Rakumi does. Just again releasing ever so slightly early, just not looking very good for Siupa right now.
Siupa missing already, Jesus. We're just beginning, it's not looking good. Oh, again.
Yeah. Oh no, Siupa struggling to hold combo and accuracy on this map. Yeah, as I said, it's very difficult to win against Rakumi on this map in particular. Just a very dominant skill set for Rakumi, just amazing ratio, amazing accuracy, and of course the full combo. Siupa already finding a few very dirty misses, down to 98.6, just not a very good start for him.
Yeah, Rakumi with the 99.6, high 99.6 actually. Just holding a really good score. I thought that's gonna change throughout the map, so... Yeah, 16.000 lead, oof, not good for Siupa.
Yeah, Siupa struggling to hold accuracy. I mean, he is rebuilding his accuracy back up. It's already at 98.8. It was a bit lower before, but it's just there's just not enough time to make a comeback from those nasty drops. Just Rakumi being too consistent on this map overall.
Yeah.
We're already halfway through the song, and the lead is already at 18,000 points. This is something that is very difficult to come back from, especially when your opponent is Rakumi of all people. 18,000 points, a very tall task to overcome. I mean, Siupa is building accuracy again. I'm gonna say it again. He is gaining accuracy, but it's just... I think there's enough time, and I think Rakumi... Oh. Yeah, this just puts the nail in the coffin. The lead is going to extend by a lot now. Siupa finding a few breaks, a lot of accuracy drops as well, and the lead is already at 30,000 points. It's looking very comfortable Rakumi right now.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Siupa has to... Siupa can't even do anything to change this lead. I think we're just gonna watch another point go to Rakumi here. I mean, yeah, this map's definitely like just so long.
Rakumi does find
Rakumi misses.
first miss, but it's nearly not enough to make the lead go back to Siupa's side. Still at 32,000 points, it is a lot of points. I don't think Siupa has any time to make a comeback right now unless Rakumi like stops playing for some reason.
Yeah, no, even with the break here, Siupa is not gonna be taking many points off Rakumi here.
Yeah, Siupa adding one last break at the last pattern of the song, and it's just a very dominant win for Rakumi yet again. Siupa down 1-4, already behind by quite a lot, and it is his pick now, and most likely it'll be another Rise pick. We'll see what he actually chooses. I'm just fully expecting it to be like one of the Rise pick, like Rise 4 or 5, since Rise 3 was banned.
Yeah, probably. Just some. Yeah. You're right.
Maybe he will want to go to Rise 1, because like a streamy pick just like the Rise 2, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, he has a lot of wiggle room, like he has 3 different Rise maps to choose from.
Yeah, no. We'll see. Honestly, I think a good like throw-off pick would be Rise 5. Siupa types that in chat and I say it.
Minds connected. Siupa chooses Rise 5. Just again a very long map. It is 3 minutes long, 3 minutes 20 seconds. Already a bit lower when it comes to Rise maps. just the standard being OD8, but the map is still very, very hard. Don't be deceived by the low star rating by it.
Yeah, no, this map is funny.
Yeah, tech maps usually being on like the lower star rating, but just being much more difficult like the normal junction or project maps, just based on the complexity of the patterns alone.
I honestly say this is closer to a dump pick than like, you know, tech pick, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, technically, dumps are considered tag when it comes to tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah, Siupa finding it 200 on like the very first node, unfortunately, just on the intro. It doesn't really matter all that much, just because it's like 1-200 in such a long map. There's a lot of combos to be gained still, so we'll see how this goes.
I think Super's just hitting early in general. I was looking at their UR bar when at the beginning. It just looked like they're just overall hitting early.
Whoa!
Yeah, looks like Super's gonna be taking the lead here. Not dropped a few 200s, but I think he's still gonna have the lead here.
Yeah, Siupa is in the lead by just a tiny bit, like, I don't know, 400 points, and they're actually shrinking. Rakumi comes out on top, Siupa finally get 200 or 2. Rakumi is in the lead after the first quarter of this song, but it's so close, anything can happen still.
Yeah. Oh, Siupa dropping like 200s, giving Rakumi a bit of a lead here. This is
actually
bad.
would be very insane if that 1-200 at the very beginning from Siupa would like decide this point.
Yeah, because this is match point. If Rakumi wins this, the match is over.
Yep, that is true. And
Yeah, looks
the
like
loser of this match is actually eliminated from this tournament.
yeah, Rakumi taking a miss actually, giving Siupa the lead here.
That is right, Rakumi finding a very unfortunate job, but he is still far in the lead when it comes to accuracy, just being very ahead in ratio and or 200 count. Siupa still holding combo, but the lead will slowly shrink and go to Rakumi's side.
Yeah, is it shrinking? It slowly is actually, yeah.
Yeah, Siupa just not being able to hold the ratio as well as Rakumi does right now when the lead is... Oh, Siupa finding a miss, and I think it was a 15 there as well, so it's... A lot of points are deducted from the score right now, and Rakumi is in the lead, the last quarter of the song, and it is his match point.
Yeah, oof, yeah, 4,000 point lead, I don't know. Rakumi would have to drop a pretty bad miss if he wanted Siupa wanted to win this.
Yeah, Rakumi needs to hold his combo in order to win. Players being able to see their scores during this little break, so definitely some nerves going on now as well.
Yeah, no, 5,000 point lead here. I think Rakumi's just got this.
That might be true. The map is slowly closing in, and Rakumi is still in the lead. Rakumi finding a miss. The lead will shrink and potentially go to Siupa's side. Well, I think there's enough nodes for that to happen. I think it's already done and dusted.
Yeah, looks like even with the miss, Siupa's not going to be taking the point from Rakumi here. Rakumi's going to take it home with a 2,000 point lead here. Yeah.
That is right. Rakumi takes it home and advances to the next round of the loser's bracket. Siupa is unfortunately eliminated from this tournament. I mean, it was a pretty close pick, I'd say. I think Siupa definitely had a chance to win this at the very ending. Rakumi finding those unfortunate misses, but his accuracy was just so dominant on this pick, it just straight up led him to victory.
Yeah, no. I feel like if Siupa went for more race picks, they could have the match could have been a lot closer. But looks like Rakumi's gonna be taking this home with a 5-1 victory.
That is right. Rakumi advancing to the next round. he will be facing the loser of match Ellis Robbie versus Yuri Feed. So the player who loses that match will be Rakumi's opponent next weekend. As for Siupa, he is unfortunately eliminated from the tournament, suffering a loss in the losers bracket.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. But yeah, can we pull up the schedule real quick? I want to see what matches we have or when we're having matches.
When it comes to UTC plus 0, this is the last match for today. The next one being actually at midnight, UTC 0. It will be Yellow versus Nemesis. It will be streamed, so we will get to see how those two... Actually, I just call both of them top players do against each other.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. At UTC 0. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. Hope you guys had a great time. I thought this match was pretty incredible. And yeah, we'll see you guys in like 2 hours. Peace out.
Yeah, see you.